He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is stay to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Hare. Hare Gro. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hey, Amen. Welcome. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gauranga, Nityananda, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Okay, let's chant a little japa here. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Do a little TikTok here also at the same time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya. So this is a mantra meditation. And it's a way to really lift your spirits, literally, your spirit lifts and into a higher consciousness. And it's great. You feel if you got any fears or anxieties, they'll just go away. So just chant with us a little bit, or just listen, and just listen to the vibration, the frequency, and just see what it does. It's amazing. I've been chanting this mantra for like 40 years. And it's I never get bored, never tired of it, always uplifting. So different names, these are all names, spiritual vibrations. Yeah, so I'll just chant the names. You can listen or repeat them, whatever you like. Here's some nice names, transcendental names. Gauranga, 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 Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. It's a great personality said, you must become like a little child to enter the kingdom. And this chanting will bring you to that state easily. So, especially if you do in this association. So, yeah. Nityananda, Nityananda. They start laughing and crying. And these are all divine symptoms of elevated consciousness. And you become liberated just having those feelings. They're spiritual and beautiful, uplifting, and they do good for others. Just to see them, it's a great blessing and benediction. Shri Krishna Caitanya, Shri Krishna Caitanya, Nityananda, 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 Gauranga, Gauranga, Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna. This is the most unusual content you'll ever see on TikTok or Facebook. Yeah, it's very rare, very, very wonderful just to see it. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. This content removes all miseries. All your miseries will just go. Gain peace and more than that. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Hey there, River. Welcome. Nityananda. See, we're also broadcasting here on Facebook and YouTube. Check it out there, everybody. See? It's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Odyssey. We have a message we want to get out to the world. It's a beautiful message. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. We want to make everybody happy, spiritually happy forever. This chanting will never get boring. You'll always just have it's like having a friend, you know, like a spirit friend who's inside, and it gives you everything needed. And you feel yourself completely complete and balanced. Krishna, 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 Shri Krishna. You're gonna love it. You just keep coming back. You'll see. This is a treasure here. You know, that undiscovered treasure. You could be one of the first discoverers of this treasure here. This is a small group of us right now. Krishna, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. I'll invite this. You want to come on here? We'll invite you here. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Anybody wants to come on? Give me an invite here. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, 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 Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gauranga, Gauranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Give us some likes here and then we'll go deeper in the algorithm here. More people will see this chanting and be blessed. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Gauranga, 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 Gaurachandra, Gaurachandra, Nimai, 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 Vishvambara, Nimai, Nimai, Vishvambara, 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 Nimai, Nimai Pandit of Nadia. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia. 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 Gauranga, Vishvambara, 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 Vishvambara. Nimai, 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 Vishvambara, 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 Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. This gets you like spiritually drunk too, which is really nice. Karma free. No headaches, no hangovers. It's just wonderful. Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. Hey, Balaram, welcome. Gauranga, small group today. It's late for a lot of people. Gauranga, Gauranga, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora. Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. All right, maybe we'll read some Bhagavad Gita. Let's see here. Okay, this is a wonderful book called Bhagavad Gita. It's like the Bible of India. All right, let's see Bhagavad Gita. Let's see. Chapter 10, Opulence and Absolute. Yeah, I'll read one chapter of Bhagavad Gita here. Chapter 10, Opulence and the Absolute Truth. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "Listen again, O mighty armed Arjuna. Because you are my dear friend, for your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have already explained." Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada. Purport. The word Bhagavan is explained thus by Parashara Muni: one who is full in 6 opulences, one who has full strength, full fame, full wealth, full knowledge, beauty, and renunciation. Strength, full fame, wealth, knowledge, and beauty, and renunciation. While Krishna was present on the earth, he displayed all 6 opulences. Yeah, this is pretty interesting to see that actually any opulences we see in the world, sometimes you see people that are famous. Sometimes you see people that are rich, but not necessarily famous. Yeah, good night there, Camille, or anybody else. It's pretty late. Yeah, so in the world you see partial opulences, but these opulences all come from the source, and people don't know that. They just see people with these partial opulences. Like sometimes you see a rich person, but not necessarily famous. You see strong people, and they might not necessarily be rich. So they have some of the opulences. But when Krishna was here, Krishna was people thought of him like an incarnation of the absolute truth, eternal truth, the source, called by different names. But he was manifesting full strength here, full wealth. He was the most wealthy of all beings. What else has got these things? Full wealth, full knowledge, the most complete knowledge that he had. Beauty and renunciation. And and he was the most beautiful being on the world, and he was renounced. So he had all the opulences that you can have in this world. These are what people consider opulences. The problem here is people, unless you're self-realized, you become corrupted by the opulences. So you become corrupted. You become corrupted by the opulences, and so that's why you see the problems. These opulences, they pollute you in this world, unless you're self-realized. See, it's like, for example, you see, not to put women down or men down, you see men who are like really strong, they work out in the gym, they get a body, and they also get a kind of a big ego. Have you noticed that? Or even women, they have beautiful bodies, sometimes just naturally. Beautiful features and all that, and they get infatuated and they become kind of egoistic. It's just kind of just how it is. Whatever opulences you get in the material world, there's a tendency to be corrupted by them. If you get too much money, you end up becoming miserly, selfish, often. Not all the time, but a lot of the times. And so that's the danger of these opulences in the material world. But the good news is, if you're awakened spiritually, if your spiritual consciousness is awakened, you realize, all this wealth actually comes from source, and you become like a good steward. That's just one level. Another level is you start to get in touch with real opulences of the spirit, and then you get attracted to those, and they're incorruptible. You become, for example, you get all wealth, and all wealth is in the source. All wealth is having your spiritual body awakened. Having your spiritual body awakened, and connecting to the source of all wealth, and it's incorruptible, because that is pure. The spiritual body is in touch with purity. The wealth of the spirit is pure, so it's incorruptible. It's only the wealth in the material world that can corrupt us. But the more that we realize who we are, and the best way really is to come in a disciplic line. This is what we're teaching here, is how to come in a disciplic line, and get in touch with that source, and be purified by that relationship. And then you get into spiritual wealth. So, for example, the wealth of that source, Krishna, who represents the source, is known by different names. Krishna, Christ, Ram, different names for that God, that's true God, this supreme God. Then you get the real wealth. You get that relationship, which is the real wealth. This relationship, even when you die, you have to leave your material wealth here, but your spiritual wealth goes on forever. So it goes with you. You're with your soul, because now you're awakened. Now you know you're deathless. You know how people, they're afraid of death and all that? It's all because they don't know that they're spirit. It's not been revealed to them that they have a spiritual form that's eternal. Okay? So they become afraid of death. That's how, this is an incredibly deep topic. The kind of things you can learn here is Maya Tattva, the truth of this Maya, how people are utilizing this Maya to control you. If you're in fear, if you don't know that your spiritual nature is eternal, if you don't know your spiritual nature is eternal, then you will naturally be bewildered with identifying with your material form, and material body, your material mind, and material emotions, because this is all temporary. Your material mind, the thoughts of this world, are temporary. Our emotional state is temporary, and our material body is temporary. But we have a spiritual form with a spiritual mind, spiritual emotions, and a spiritual body. See? That's what you get here. This is the greatest wealth. Matter of fact, if you get this wealth, you get what the elites would dream of getting, but they can't get. And you become better, you become more wealthy than them, because all of the wealth in the world, the material world, is a reflection of the wealth of the spirit. See, so the wealth of the spirit is this eternal relationship with the source. It's kind of like that story with the golden goose and the gold that comes from the golden goose. See, so some people went after the gold, but the smart people went after the golden goose from which the gold is produced. Because you'll run out of that gold, but if you get the golden goose, see, that's that spiritual relationship with the supreme, absolute truth. You got the golden goose from which all these opulences come from, and whenever they're needed, they're used. You become a steward for these, and sometimes you may be wealthy and use that wealth to further the benefit of humankind. Sometimes you will get certain knowledge, like I don't carry around all this knowledge, it's in that source, and I just tap into this relationship with source, and whatever knowledge is needed, the essence of knowledge, which is important, is dispersed, and then we use that for the enlightenment of others. What do you think is happening now? I have no notes. I didn't study anything today. I didn't prepare anything. All I did was start chanting and connecting to source, and this relationship with source, whatever is needed, comes. So the wealth of this knowledge comes, the wealth of this relationship is transferred to others. People start to feel this communion, communication. You become enlightened to the absolute truth and what life is really about. You start to know who you are just by attending these classes, just by coming here regularly, by chanting with us. It's the easiest spiritual path in the whole world. And I'm very happy to share it with people on TikTok or Facebook or wherever I get a chance. So all knowledge, it is spiritual. The essence of knowledge is what you hear here. You notice this is not material knowledge. This is not mundane. This is the knowledge needed so that people can become enlightened and have their spiritual body awakened and live in that truth, even in this world. See, that's what the source wants, is to make people happy. Otherwise, people will not be happy by not making this communication and this connection with source. So anyway, that's the work we're doing here in this world, sharing like that. So, yeah, so while Krishna was present on this earth, he displayed all 6 opulences. See, beauty and renunciation. Yeah, and so real beauty is not really of the material body. That's a temporary beauty. But real beauty is of the soul. You know, actually, the person who wrote these wonderful books, these books called Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, they were written down 5,000 years ago. You know who they were written down by? A very ugly person. This person was so ugly that when he was doing to procreate, he was going to have in this kingdom, you know, back then, he was going to have, you know, the sex to have a child, and the lady couldn't do it by looking at him. He was so ugly, but he wrote these beautiful books with this beautiful knowledge, and it awakens real love in the heart. That's true beauty. See, beauty of the soul. See, nobody knows that. They're looking about the beauty of the body, and if you notice, if you even think about it, the beauty of the body is superficial. There's a lot of beautiful bodies out there, but what's inside the container? A lot of people are mesmerized by the external beauty of people, but they're not able to look inside and see the beauty of the soul. And usually that soul is not even awakened. They're infatuated with false ID and become very selfish, self-centered, controlling. You ever see beautiful people like that externally? They look really beautiful and handsome or strong, but inside they're screwed up, man. Inside they're not very nice. They don't even care about that. So many people in the world, they're all looking at external beauty. And nobody takes the time, not nobody, but many people don't take the time to look inside. What's inside that container of beauty? See? This is a subject called Maya, illusion. See, everything in this world is not what it seems. It seems to be beautiful on the outside, but on the inside it's not. It seems to be light in this world, but it's not. It's darkness in this world. See? The real light is truth, conclusive truth that we're sharing here in the world. This is light. This is light will illuminate the darkness in your own heart, in my heart, in your heart, in everybody's heart. But the sun, it looks like light, right? But it can't illuminate that darkness like this truth can. This truth can awaken you, and you can actually see what life is really about. Otherwise, nobody knows. Everybody's wandering around in this dark place, and they think, oh, the sun is up. Oh, it's so bright out here. But they're not really seeing anything substantial other than external light. See, you listen. This is why this path is, you come in a disciplic line and you listen to this sound vibration, these words, this knowledge, this ecstasy and chanting. See? Then this is transmitted to your heart, and it awakens and gets purified, and then you see what light. You start to realize things. Realize, wow, look, I know I'm beginning to know who I am. And I'm not this material body. I'm not these things. Yeah. See, so this is wonderful teachings here in these books. Very necessary. You can't learn this in college. They don't teach this in school. They don't teach this in. Your parents usually don't teach it unless they're actually really enlightened. Nobody knows, except if you come in a lineage like this. And even in a lineage like this, most people are not qualified to teach this knowledge. Because they don't have this awakening of devotion, like you see some people here in our little group. Most don't have this, so therefore they can't really transmit this knowledge to you or anybody. It's unrealized because you have to realize it yourself. You have to realize this connection, this communion with spirit before you can communicate it to others, and before you can communicate the realizations and the revelations that come from this loving relationship with spirit, with the spirit source. See, there's a verse, and we quote it often in Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship that source called Krishna, Christ, if you're worshiping, you're meditating on that source, and you're connected with that source, and you're adoring that source because it's very beautiful, spiritually beautiful. You're relishing that, you're experiencing that happiness. To them, I give the understanding of how to approach me, how to go back into the spiritual dimension of consciousness. And that's the idea of the guru principle, is those persons you listen to, they're experienced spiritual teachers, spiritual preceptors, spiritual masters, gurus, different names for that kind of teacher. They're very rare, by the way. River says, that's what has happened to me by listening to you. Read these things, these deep spiritual teachings. Yeah, you see, this is transferable because, like this lady that's watching here on this Facebook is saying, yeah, her life is changed by this because she listened to these teachings and this vibration and this frequency, which is spiritual, transcendental, what it awakens your spiritual body. It's like they used to call Shakti Pod, but it's a Bhakti Pod. It awakens Bhakti in your heart. Very powerful path. And it's spontaneous and it's easy. All you have to do is receive it. All you have to do is come here on TikTok regularly, or Facebook Live, or YouTube, wherever we're broadcasting, just regularly, and you'll feel yourself, oh my God, I'm becoming happier and happier. Why is this? See? Because you automatically, your vibration raises to the vibration that many of us are on the spiritual level of vibration here, and we're in bliss, in spiritual happiness much of the time. Yeah, because we know how to be lifted into this vibration. So we're here to teach that and share that with people. So we have a comment, River, yeah, you should say these things on TikTok, River, because I'm broadcasting live there. You have purified my heart, and now the transmission of the absolute truth is clear. All right, what else? Therefore, great sages like Parasuram Muni have all accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah, and so you can understand Krishna by knowledge to an extent, but that's why Krishna has his representative here, because here, when you see a representative here in this world, they're uncommon. They have uncommon knowledge like Krishna has. They have uncommon spiritual wealth, which is this devotion, which is real wealth. And that's what Krishna has. And the devotee, the spiritual teacher, preceptor, also has that. So they represent that transcendental frequency and vibration and love and transcendental knowledge here on this planet, on this earth. So they're very rare. Again, it's not, And that's how you're going to accept, because what they teach, they'll teach you about the real source. In our lineage, it's that source is known by Krishna as Krishna or our Lord Caitanya. Yeah, a lot of things you can get here. Every day we do this. Every day we're inspired to come here, not because we are forced to, but because it's so interesting. It's like the source gives us newer and newer, fresher knowledge and information about the absolute truth. That's always nourishing to our soul. It grows more and more. Our consciousness expands more and more. It's wonderful. Our love grows more and more. Our ecstasy. Yeah, and this is what's available here. There's no path I've found, and I've checked out many. There's no path as powerful as this, as deep as this, as bringing forth more knowledge than this, and more transcendental happiness than this. This is the place to be, man. Give it 30 days. Stay here for 30 days and see your whole life change. It's free. Nobody charging you a dime for this. I received freely, I give it free. Of course, I ask for donations if you want to keep it, because I do this full time. If anybody wants, you don't have to. You can give a donation, So, whatever, man, and people have. So I continue to preach and share. Yeah. So I tell you, man, if you're not happy, if you're looking for something, you're still a seeker of truth, you're wondering what is life about, which should naturally be if you're somewhat awakened, wouldn't you like to find I'm not looking for truth anymore. I found truth is full, it's complete, it's nourishing and satisfying. And I think if you spend 30, 60 days here, you will know that too. It's not costing anything but a little bit of time. You'll learn things you can't learn anywhere. You'll see things and perceive things you can't perceive by going anywhere. It's that good. All you have to do is not be distracted by all this Maya and all these people. Everybody's trying to get your attention. They're all trying to make money off of you. Isn't that the way it is? More or less, not everybody, but most, they're always got an angle. And it's always to get your attention. And it's not always just to give you something. It's always to sell you something. Or they're always looking for content just so that they can get more likes and more reviews, so that they get paid more by TikTok or they become an influencer. See? But it's a material thing. See, so all these things trying to grab, if you can just put your attention here, man, and be influenced by what I'm influenced by. I'm influenced by the Spirit. Yeah. It's fantastic to be influenced by the Spirit. The Spirit is pure. The Supreme Spirit is pure and purifying. Yeah, it doesn't trick you. It doesn't lie to you. Like everything in this time, in this what's called Kali Yuga, people are lying and cheating and deceiving. You don't know what is true anymore. You come here by your own spirit will reveal you what is true. But you will listen, you get purified, and your heart will tell you what is true. It's an amazing thing, amazing phenomenon. And it's so simple, so spontaneous. So whoever put a little time in, you won't be a loser, for God's sake. It ain't costing you. Everything else, they're trying to rip you off. Everything else practically is trying to eat this, don't eat this, and eat that. And they change. Everybody is, it's so confusing. Yeah, and the people want to tell you about the Great Reset, the New World Order, and this, and how they're going to put you in fear. Here you can transcend all of that and be really happy, even in this weird times that we're living in. I ain't sweating anything. I'm very happy, getting more happy all the time, and I want to share that with my brothers and sisters. Are you ready for that? Are you ready? I mean, this is probably the most real thing you've ever actually heard in your life, because everything I've seen has had an angle. I found teachers, gurus, popes, always got angles, always got something they want back. Going to do some business, and that what you get in exchange is not that great. This is the world we live in. But this contact with this spiritual source is so pure and so purifying. It changes your heart, and you actually just become naturally a good person. You want to do good to others, just to do good for them. So anyway, this is what's being offered here. So please take some time. I hope this inspires you to come back and put some time in. I'm telling you, this is so different. This is so revolutionary. You won't believe it. You should hear the witness testimonies of those who have come here and put a little time in. You should listen to the witnesses. They'll help inspire you to see what they've gotten here and they haven't gotten anywhere. And matter of fact, many people have been here for 5 years, coming every day. Can you imagine? I come here every day. I never take, this is to me as a vacation. I'm not here working. I don't get burnt out. People get burned out. I don't get burned out on Facebook or TikTok or anything, because this content is ever fresh and always new and nourishing and beautiful, not only for me, but for others who take it in and can connect with this. Yeah, you should come and listen to the testimonies of people. Some people have been coming here 6 years, almost 6 years. And they never want to leave. They come every day. Must be good, huh? Must be good if people come every day, huh? Yeah, even Balaram's obsessing over chanting. That's great. Yeah, good night there, Camille. Thank you for coming there. Camilio. Yeah. Okay, what else? I think I'll probably end soon, because this is my third time coming here today. Can you imagine? 3 times here already. Started like 2 in the morning. We'll go on for 2 hours and then another hour, and then whatever time we're doing now. Yeah, I think we'll end it now, because this is a lot here today. And thank you for coming, everybody. And please come back, and it builds. You'll see. You'll see. I'm not. These words are not empty. You'll see from your own experience. You tell me after coming here, putting some time in. Anything good in, you have to put some time into it. Yeah. Okay, everybody. So let's end it now. And I think for the play the song for the. I have this broadcasting on this. So play the song here. Oh, I had the music going.
Sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo. Haribo, Caitanya, Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Caitanya, Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All you have to do is take to the sweet chanting Hari's name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.